Welcome back to Cars of Sweden Live, and today on the show we have something a little bit unusual, and it's the first Renault I think we've had on the show. Check that out. Alright, can't say I'm a massive fan of Renault, but this one is quite interesting because this one's called a Avantime, or Avantime if you want to call it. Right, now check this out. It kind of looks like the Espace, but this car, if you can notice, it's only got two doors. So yeah, this car came out, I mean, they started making these cars back in 2001. This one is a 2002, and let's face it, it wasn't a great success for Renault. But let's go inside and take a look at this beauty, because the question is, should you buy one of these in 2021? So first thing you're going to notice is, like I said earlier, it's two doors. And a big thing like this, I think when this came out it was called an MPV, multi-purpose vehicle. This was before SUVs became the thing. Two doors on a big thing like this, and saying that it's big as well, I mean, effectively it's got 4 seats. I know it's going to go down as a 5-seater because they'll class that little space there in the middle as seating, but let's be real here, it's a big old thing, but it's got 4 comfortable seats in it, and they look very comfortable, by the way. Right, the doors have got this hinge system, yeah, double hinge system, if you can pick it up there. Now what that does, it allows this massive door not to sort of like open up against itself, because if you imagine, it should really be hitting against the bodywork here, but this hinge system, very clever, stops that from happening and allows you to get out in like tight spaces and that as well. So that's quite clever, but that comes at a cost, having 2 doors and something like this. This one door itself, it weighs 50 kilos. 50 kilos, so it's 100 kilos for both doors. So already, you know, there's a lot of weight on the car, but they kind of counteracted that by putting a load of plastic and aluminium bits all around the car as well. So, but anyway, let's get inside. Right, let me try and get the keys out of my pocket first so I don't sit on it, if I can find it. All right, that feels like the keys. All right, let's jump in. All right, so shut the door, and if you can see here how it all kinds of fold in, look, very clever. All right, shut the door, very solid door. You know, I know the Renaults are not known for being solid cars, but this one is quite solid. Right, very, very light in here. I mean, if you look around, glass everywhere. It's got this kind of panoramic roof, double panoramic roof, so it doesn't really matter where you're sitting, you're going to get good light. And the dash is miles away. I mean, the glass, the windscreen, it starts in another time zone, you know, it's miles away. There is no chance of you seeing how far. You can't see the bonnet from here. You kind of sit at an angle here. It's like the back seats, they're kind of buckety, so you kind of sink down in them and your legs sort of are high up. But really, I mean, I've been in the back, it's pretty comfortable there. All right, let's start this thing up. All right, and straight away we are introduced to the power unit, which is a 3-litre V6. Nice motor. Now these cars, especially this model with the V6, they normally come with the automatic box. This one comes with the manual. If you were going to ask me which one I prefer, I'd have preferred the automatic on a car like this, because let's face it, what you're going to do with this car, you're going to cruise around in it, aren't you? You might go across Europe in it easily and comfortable. And yeah, if you've got kids in the back there, I guess they've got so much to see back there that it's going to keep them occupied most of the time anyway. Right, we've got that little screen there. It's not touchscreen, of course. This is back to 2001, so all that kind of technology weren't invented back then. One thing I do like is this, like, you can adjust the temperature on both sides of the car just by kind of like pushing these little buttons there, go up and down. That's quite nice. And you've got a little fan there as well. That's nice. I like them little touches. This car was kind of quirky, you know. I mean, back in the day when I'm going to turn this off now. All right, let's turn it all the way down. Back in the day, this car was, you know, it was put out there, right out there, should I say. You know, it was like the first of its kind, and that's probably some of the reasons why this car was such a flop. If we look in the glove compartment, you've got the navigation system there. Not sure what that remote control was. In here, some storage space. Nice. Some more storage space back here. Let's have a look and see if we can open it. All right, no storage space. It's it looks like a CD player by Pioneer. Not bad. Right, cigarette lighter, all that kind of stuff there. In the center console here we have, that controls the wing mirrors. You can see there. And also ESP, so that turns off your traction control, or on and off. Right, but up here is where the main event happens. You've got these buttons there, and I think that's to, well, I'm not sure what that is actually. Aha, that's like an automatic to open up the sunroof. All right, let's see if we can put that back. But if you push this button, then check this out. Everything opens up. And in this car, there are no B pillars, so it's all open around the sides there. Look, you've almost got this convertible like feel in this car, because you've got the roof, no roof, you know, where all the glasses sort of pushed itself down or back, and all of a sudden you've got this really open car. Nice. Now, taking a look at the wheels, this particular car comes with these specially designed 19-inch rims on new tyres. I'm going to leave a link in the description as well, because if you're interested in this kind of design wheel, yeah, I'll leave a link so where you can purchase them as well. Okay, right, first things, right, you sit really nice and high up in the car. That's the first thing I can notice here. A lot of space, but I don't know, this seat is all the way back. It doesn't seem to go back any further than that. And it's kind of, I don't know, if you're taller than me, you might have a few, I mean, this is why this car needs to be automatic, because if you're taller than me and you've got manual, your knees are coming up here. I mean, that's my foot fully, or my leg fully off of the clutch, and it's going to sit that high. So, I mean, for me, that's not the ideal position. I'd want this steering wheel up higher than that, and it seems to be as high as it goes. So I don't know how you sit. It's a big old thing. So, but ideally, I'd like it to be able to adjust it a little bit more. But anyway, before we get started, let me give you some facts about this car. Right, this is a 2002 model. The cars came out in 2001. Like I said, this car was a massive flop for Renault, an absolute flop. So I think it was like 4,800 units were sold, and that's not cool. So I guess when you buy a car like this, you really got to take into consideration the availability of parts, because if 4,800 of them were sold, then there's not a lot of them around. Right, it's an MPV, a multi-purpose vehicle. We all know the SUVs have taken over from all of those things there. It's kind of like a minibus thing, but you can't really call it a bus because it's only got 4 effective seats, even though it's a 5-seater. Loads of room in here though. Really nice and airy. You sit nice and high. It's good quality stuff as well, you know. I mean, there's nothing in here that's going to really get old. I mean, the seats are a little bit cracky, but you know, and the plastics, there's a few things that, yeah, are broken. But the car's 20 years old. I mean, it's 20 years old. Right. This one is the Privilege edition. The Privilege was the top of the range. Now, there's no badges to show you where or what this car is. I'm not sure. I think in some cars they have a little badge in here, but I don't see it in here. But mark my words for it, this is the Privilege. It's got good storage, even in the doors here. You can see it's good pockets there, and nice sort of Pioneer speaker system going on in here. Like I said, it's a nice little family car. It's is it for everybody? I don't know, but let's take it down the road and see how it drives. Okay. So already when I'm just like moving down the road here, yeah, the seating position is quite nice actually. I thought there was going to be a problem there, but after sitting in it, I can feel that, yeah, it's not as bad as I thought it was. You kind of sink down in these seats. They're very, very comfortable. And you get that big car feeling when you're in there. I mean, it is a big car, but it's not that big. I mean, you know, if you look at a lot of SUVs that have got 7 seats in it, you struggle to have 7 seats in this car. But the space it does have in it, anyone who's in it is sitting comfortably. It's got that kind of retro, what do you call it, dash that some of them Renaults and some of the Hondas had as well. The digital dash thing, yeah, going on there, so that's quite nice. Right. Good power. Nice power. I mean, this thing is a cruiser. Alright, if you can hear any noises here, that's the tyres in the back there. So that's them twitching around. So this car makes no noise. It glides along, drives beautifully. Let's pop it into 5th gear, 6th gear, a manual, by the way. It's amazing as well, you get loads of looks as well. People always take another look at the car when it goes by. So if you like sticking out from the crowd, then yeah, this could be something for you. Right, seats, heated seats, no problem there. ABS system, ESP, power steering. It's not a bad unit. It's got a CD player and that sort of stuff. I know CDs, no one uses CDs anymore, but you know, back 20 years ago they did. Right, soon this road's going to go up to 70, so I'm gonna give it some beans and see if we get any kind of reaction out of it. Gearbox is nice as well, nice and tight. I mean, as the car is, it works perfectly. I mean, there's nothing wrong with this car. But again, the question was, should you buy a Renault Avantime in 2021? Well, there's 2 answers for me personally for that. Is if you want to stick out and you want something a bit unusual, that's really nice and comfortable, really spacey, and you know, something that you're probably going to pick up for good money, definitely yes. But if you're going to use this as an everyday thing, I don't know, you're probably going to have to think a little bit harder on that, because I can't imagine getting parts for this car is going to be very easy. So it'd be something that you need to really look after. So it's two possible answers there. But do I like it? Yeah, I love it. I think it's a great little thing, or big thing. It's a bit dated, but it doesn't feel that dated, because this car was way ahead of its time when it came out, to the point that, you know, people just didn't get it for the kind of money they were asking for when it was new. So this actual car is going to be up for auctions very, very soon as well. So the link to the auction will be in the description as usual. So look, if you are interested, look out for it. And hopefully you enjoyed the show. If you did, don't forget to like and subscribe. Check your notifications so you know when the new show is coming out. And we'll see you all again next week on Cars Sweden Live.